Hello, dear friends. Morgan here. Today, I want to share with you a big secret that can change your life forever. Have you ever thought that just by avoiding discussing certain topics, you can achieve inner peace and become as strong as the ancient Stoic philosophers? Sounds strange, right? You didn't hear wrong. Believe Morgan, this is completely possible. Do you ever feel tired of endless debates about money, politics, or success and failure? Have you ever wondered why we so easily get sucked into negative conversations about other people's lives, or invisible fears and worries? Try to imagine a life where you no longer have to worry about these things. A life where you can focus on what really matters and feel peace of mind. Morgan believes that is the power of Stoic philosophy, and today I will reveal to you 6 topics that Stoicists always avoid. Are you curious what those topics are? Morgan will delve into each topic with you, not only to understand why we should avoid them, but also to learn how to change the way we think and behave. Remember, our goal is not only to avoid useless arguments, but also to find stillness and strength within ourselves. That is the core of Stoic philosophy, a philosophy that has existed for thousands of years and is still valid today. Discovering these secrets with Morgan, I believe that together we will walk the path to a happier and more meaningful life. Let's start this journey with Morgan by leaving a comment. Never discuss, and finding stillness and strength within yourself. Now we will talk about a topic that many of us often think about every day. Number 1. Money and possessions. Have you ever wondered why many famous people, despite owning huge assets, still feel unhappy? For example, Robin Williams, a talented and wealthy actor, found no real joy in his life, or one of the most famous billionaires in the world, billionaire Warren Buffett. Even though he owns tens of billions of dollars in assets, he lives a very simple and humble life. What made such a wealthy person choose this lifestyle? Let's explore with Morgan through the lens of Stoic philosophy. Money and wealth are not a measure of happiness or peace. Epictetus, a famous Stoic philosopher, once said, "We are rich not by what we own, but by what we can give up." True wealth lies in our ability to control ourselves, live according to our values, and find joy in simple things. Morgan knows that in modern society, we're often caught up in the race to make money, comparing assets with others. But have you ever stopped and asked yourself, do all those possessions really bring happiness? What can we learn from the lifestyle of Warren Buffett or the Stoic philosophers? They all show that simplicity and humility are the keys to inner peace. Morgan wants to encourage you to rethink the true value of money in life. Instead of focusing on what we can possess, why don't we focus on our inner values, genuine relationships, and memorable experiences? Leave a comment and share your thoughts with Morgan. Do you think reducing your focus on money and possessions could help you feel happier and freer? When we are no longer controlled by money, we will realize that happiness comes from knowing enough, from simple and meaningful moments. Remember, not everything that can be bought with money has real value. Our lives will become richer when we appreciate the simple things around us. Morgan hopes that you will find inspiration from this story and begin to change the way you view money and assets. Join Morgan in spreading positive values and living a happier life. When we free ourselves from the influence of money, we begin to see life from a new perspective. Success is no longer measured by numbers or material assets, but by the experiences and lessons we accumulate. Do you ever feel pressured to achieve success according to society's standards? Or have you ever felt like a failure when you didn't achieve your set goals? Let's join Morgan in reflecting on another aspect of life, where success and failure are not enemies, but teachers who teach us to grow. When we accept that success and failure are both an integral part of the journey, we feel lighter and find true peace. Coming to number 2, success and failure. Surely you still remember the strange and inspiring story of one of the most successful people in the technology field, Steve Jobs, right? Did you know that before creating revolutionary products at Apple, Steve Jobs was fired by the company he founded? It's unbelievable, isn't it? But it was those failures that created his greatness later. Success and failure, two seemingly opposing aspects, but are two sides of the same coin in our journey. In Stoic philosophy, we learn to view both equanimously, without letting them define our self-worth. Epictetus, a famous Stoic philosopher, once said, "It is not events that create happiness or suffering, but how we react to them." Morgan believes that when we change the way we view success and failure, we will feel more free. Failure is no longer a scary enemy, but becomes a teacher teaching us valuable lessons. Have you ever asked yourself, what would happen if I was no longer afraid of failure? Try to imagine a life where every time we fall, we stand up stronger and wiser. This is not a dream, but a reality that can be achieved if we know how to apply Stoic philosophy to life. In modern society, we are often pressured by strict standards of success, but Morgan wants to remind you that success is not a destination, but a journey. Every step, every experience, whether failure or success, is part of a bigger picture. Leave a comment and share with Morgan. What failures have you experienced, and what did you learn from them? Do you think the lessons from failure have helped you grow and become stronger? Morgan wants to encourage you to change your perspective on success and failure. Appreciate your steps, no matter where they lead you. Remember, the true value of life lies in how we face and overcome challenges, not in external titles or achievements. Calmness and steadfastness in the face of life's ups and downs are the secrets to living a happier and more meaningful life. Morgan hopes you will find inspiration in this story and begin to look at success and failure in a new way. Join Morgan in spreading positive values and living a happier life. Don't forget to leave your thoughts on success and failure. Morgan looks forward to hearing from you. After we have discovered together the valuable lessons from success and failure, Morgan wants to lead you to another equally important topic in life: politics and religion. Success and failure are often personal experiences, but politics and religion have profound effects on communities and societies. Have you ever felt stuck when participating in political or religious debates, where differing views lead to conflict and tension. Morgan believes that when we understand and practice Stoic philosophy, we will learn to face these great problems with wisdom and equanimity. Coming to number 3, politics and religion. Have you ever wondered why celebrities such as Oprah Winfrey or Keanu Reeves are rarely seen participating in political and religious debates? What made them choose this path, and what can we learn from them? Let's explore this secret with Morgan and find the answer for yourself. In Stoic philosophy, we learn how to keep our souls at peace amid the turbulence of life. Epictetus, a famous Stoic philosopher, once said, "We cannot control external events, but we can control how we react to them." Politics and religion are areas that often cause much controversy and conflict because they touch on people's deep beliefs and core values. However, Morgan believes that we can learn to approach these issues wisely and calmly. When we engage in discussions about politics and religion, it's easy to get caught up in negative emotions like anger, frustration, and fear. This not only hurts our souls, but also creates distance between us and those around us. Morgan wants to encourage you to try putting yourself in someone else's shoes, listening with compassion and understanding. Have you ever wondered, what would happen if we respected and accepted differences instead of trying to change others? One of the important lessons that Stoic philosophy brings is equanimity in the face of things that cannot be controlled. Instead of focusing on endless debates about politics and religion, why don't we take time to develop ourselves, build good relationships, and contribute positively to the community? Do you think that keeping your peace of mind and staying away from political and religious debates can help you live a happier life? Morgan believes that when we learn to approach these sensitive issues with wisdom and compassion, we will find peace and happiness in life. Join Morgan in spreading positive values and living a more meaningful life. Don't forget to share your thoughts on the issue. Politics and religion. Morgan looks forward to hearing from you. It's great that you've explored half of this exciting journey with Morgan. Together we have come to a better understanding of the Stoic approach to politics and religion. Morgan wants to encourage you to be patient and keep watching until the end of the video, because what we're about to discuss will help you become a true Stoic. Now, Morgan wants to lead you to another equally important topic. In our daily lives, it's easy to get caught up in gossiping and judging other people's lives. But does it really do us any good? Join Morgan to find out why Stoics value respecting privacy and not meddling in other people's affairs. Let's continue to explore number 4, other people's private lives. Morgan wants to tell you an emotional and profound story about the private lives of famous people. Surely you have heard about the brilliant career of Princess Diana, a great woman who touched the hearts of millions of people around the world, right? But do you know how much her private life was violated and discussed? It was the pressure from public opinion and the constant scrutiny that made her feel extremely suffocated and lonely. Do you agree that? We humans are often caught up in gossiping and judging the lives of others, from famous people to those around us. But Morgan wants to remind you that this is not only useless, but also harmful to both the person being scrutinized and ourselves. Marcus Aurelius, one of the greatest Stoic philosophers, once said, "People are so busy worrying about the shortcomings of others that they have no time to correct their own." When we focus on other people's lives, we are missing out on the opportunity to develop ourselves and find peace of mind. Have you ever asked yourself, why do I feel the need to judge others? Does this really bring any good to my life? Let's imagine a life where we spend time understanding and improving ourselves instead of judging and gossiping about others. That is the correct way of life that Stoic philosophy aims for. Morgan knows that staying out of gossip about other people's lives isn't always easy, especially in an age where information and social media spread quickly. But remember, every time we focus on the negative aspects of others, we're putting ourselves in a vicious cycle of negativity. Instead, spend time developing positive values, cultivating knowledge, and building sincere relationships. Leave a comment and share with Morgan. Have you ever been in a situation where your private life was judged or scrutinized? How did you feel, and what did you learn from that experience? Morgan believes that when we share and understand each other, we will find empathy and be stronger in staying away from things that do not bring positive values to life. Stoic philosophy teaches us that each person has their own life and stories, difficulties that we cannot fully understand. When we judge or gossip about other people's lives, we not only lack compassion, but also do not help us become better people. Instead, learn to respect privacy and give attention and help when needed. Morgan encourages you to try to change the way other people perceive life. Be a source of inspiration and support for them instead of judging and gossiping. When we focus on living true to our values and helping others thrive, we will find true peace and happiness. Join Morgan in spreading these positive values and living a more meaningful life. Morgan hopes you will find answers from this story and begin to change the way you view other people's private lives. If you find this video valuable, please give Stoic Kingdom a like. And don't forget to follow so you don't miss the next videos where we will continue our journey together to discover and practice Stoic philosophy to live happier and more peaceful. Together we have just discovered the importance of respecting the privacy of others, an indispensable factor in maintaining peace and happiness. In everyday life, not talking about other people's problems helps us focus on our own development. But there is another aspect that we need to pay attention to in order to live like a true Stoic. Think about your typical day, when it's easy to get caught up in conversations filled with judgment and personal opinions. Surely you have found yourself caught up in comparing and evaluating others, right? This not only hurts those around us, but also weighs down our souls. Let's continue with Morgan on the journey to discover number 5, personal opinions and judgments. An interesting fact that you will probably find quite surprising is, throughout our lives, we spend a large part of our time giving opinions and judging others. But did you know that this not only affects the mood of others, but also negatively affects ourselves? In Stoic philosophy, managing personal opinions and judgments is one of the most important factors in achieving inner peace. Epictetus, a famous Stoic philosopher, once said, "The wise person will not waste time judging the actions of others, but will focus on improving himself." When we focus too much on judging others, we are losing the opportunity to reflect and develop ourselves. Morgan knows that in everyday life, we often encounter situations that make us easy to judge. For example, when someone has a different opinion than us, or when they do something that we disagree with. But Morgan wants to encourage you to try looking at things from the perspective of compassion and understanding. Instead of judging, ask yourself, why does that person act that way? What could be going on in their lives that I don't know about? Morgan believes that when we change the way we view and approach personal opinions and judgments, we will find true peace and happiness. Take time to ask yourself, what is really important in my life? How can I live more sincerely and meaningfully without getting caught up in unnecessary judgments? One of the important lessons from Stoic philosophy is learning to accept and respect differences. Each person has their own story, their own situation, and we cannot fully understand what they are going through. Judging only increases the distance and misunderstanding between us and others. Instead, let's focus on developing compassion and understanding so we can create a more positive and happier living environment. Morgan hopes that you will begin to change the way you view personal opinions and judgments. Share with Morgan, how have you felt when you were judged, and how did you overcome that feeling? Do you think reducing judgment can help you live a happier and more meaningful life? Let's spread positive values together and live a more meaningful life. After we have learned together how to control personal opinions and judgments to live a more peaceful life, we will come to another equally important topic in life. Surely all of us have experienced moments of anxiety, invisible fears that cling to us, making our minds and lives heavy. As we learn not to judge others, we also need to learn how to face our own anxieties and fears. Join Morgan on this ultimate journey and discover how Stoic philosophy can help us overcome our fears and anxieties to live happier and stronger lives. Coming to the last number, fears and anxieties. Have you ever thought that fears and worries, which we often view as enemies, can actually become valuable teachers that help us grow and become stronger? That is one of the secrets of Stoic philosophy that Morgan wants to share with you today. In life, we often face countless fears and worries, from small everyday problems to great challenges. But let's think for a moment. Why are we afraid? What are we worried about? Epictetus, one of the famous Stoic philosophers, once said, "People are not bothered by things themselves, but by their opinions about things." This means our fear and anxiety do not come from the situations themselves, but from how we perceive and react to them. Morgan wants to encourage you to try changing the way you view fear and anxiety. Instead of seeing them as enemies, see them as signs that we need to pay attention and find ways to improve ourselves. Have you ever asked yourself, what would happen if I didn't let fear control me? Imagine a life where you can face every challenge with courage and equanimity. When we learn to face and overcome our fears, we will find true freedom and peace. Instead of worrying about things we can't control, let's focus on what we can do to improve the situation. How have you overcome fear or anxiety? How do you feel after facing and overcoming them? Morgan believes that each time we overcome fear, we become stronger and more confident. Dear friends, so together we have gone through an interesting and profound journey, exploring topics that Stoics often avoid discussing to maintain peace and happiness in life. From not discussing money and possessions, to having a correct understanding of success and failure, to staying away from political and religious debates, respecting the privacy of others, controlling opinions personal and judgmental, to overcoming fear and anxiety. All of these help us live more meaningful lives. Morgan is very grateful that you took the time to explore valuable lessons from Stoic philosophy with Morgan. Your companionship and sharing is the biggest motivation for Morgan to continue spreading positive values and inspiring happy living to more people. Morgan believes that when we practice these principles together, we will find inner peace and strength. Remember, life is not just about what we achieve or possess, but also about how we live and face challenges. Every new day is an opportunity for us to learn and grow, to become better versions of ourselves. Please share with Morgan. How do you feel about these lessons? How will you apply them in your daily life? Morgan hopes that, through these videos and stories, you will find inspiration to live a life worth living, full of meaning and happiness. Let's spread positive values together, create a strong community, and support each other. Don't forget to follow so you don't miss the next videos, where we will continue our journey of discovering and practicing Stoic philosophy. Once again, Morgan would like to send my sincere thanks to all of you. Thank you for listening, accompanying, and sharing. Morgan looks forward to continuing to hear your stories and thoughts. In addition, you can watch other videos displayed at the end of this video. See you in the next videos, where we will continue to explore life lessons to live happier and more peacefully. Wishing you a wonderful and energetic day.